Hey there, I'm Shanelle Kaul, and this is the Uplift. We have a great lineup of stories celebrating America at 250 years old, including these. The origin story of Uncle Sam. Yeah, he was a real person with a real job. We'll uncover the backstory coming up. A group of veterans continuing to serve their country, fixing tattered American flags for those in need. Plus, we celebrate a global sport on American soil. How the World Cup is inspiring young soccer fans across this country. And the Minnesota National Guard returns home from an overseas deployment. We meet some of the troops as they reunite with their families. Plus, a story from David Begnaud that proves you can make the American dream your own. All of that and more heartwarming news. You're watching The Uplift. Welcome to The Uplift, the show that's here to lift you up for at least the next 30 minutes. This week, we're celebrating America ahead of its 250th birthday. And we begin with a story about a true symbol of Americana, the firehouse dog. Here's Steve Hartman.
Fire Station 8 in Fort Worth, Texas, is what they call a safe baby site, a place where desperate parents can leave a baby they're unable to care for. It happened earlier this month. A little one left right at the base of that flagpole. There was also a note that read in part, "His name is Jake. If you really care about helping babies, please help my baby." Fire Captain Jason Bryant.
What kind of condition was he in?
You could tell he's been loved, super healthy, super strong, until he hadn't missed a meal.
Jake had been living with a homeless man named Tom Miner. Tom became homeless a couple years ago after his landlord told him he couldn't keep the dog. So both lived here until that day at the fire station when Tom gave up his dog, begrudgingly.
I live with that every day. It is the hands down hardest decision I ever made.
You thought he deserved a better life?
Yes.
What was it like to walk away from him?
I ran. I couldn't look back.
But Tom says there is a bright side. Jake now has a great home. The guys at the station are keeping him. And Tom has a new place too.
This is my home, and there ain't no place like home.
The fire department got a local business to donate a camper. They're also providing supplies, arranging for him to see a dentist, doing everything they can to make sure Tom gets back on his feet. And when that day comes,
That was the last one I took.
they plan to fix the hole in his heart as well
My baby.
by giving him back his dog.
One day, he's coming home.
If we could hand Jake back over to Tom, I think that's the happy ending everybody wants.
How are you going to be with that?
Well, I think there'll be 30 grown men bawling, yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Perhaps mutual custody would be in order. Regardless, the department would like me to stress that this was a one-time thing. They can't have people just dropping off dogs. But in this exception, there is a rule that whenever you put the needs of another above your own, there's a very good chance that everyone will win. Steve Hartman, on the road in Fort Worth, Texas.
And now we uncovered the origin story of Uncle Sam. Meg Oliver took a trip to his hometown, just about 3 hours from where I am right now, and learned about the real-life legend.
Here in the small city of Troy, New York, Uncle Sam is a legend. But who exactly is he? Catherine Sheehan is the town's historian.
He was a local businessman, but Sam Wilson is really best known for supplying beef and pork to the troops during the War of 1812.
Researchers say Wilson's food barrels were stamped with the initials U.S., shorthand for United States, but workers often referred to the abbreviation as Uncle Sam's instead.
How did Sam inspire our national icon, Uncle Sam?
Sam Wilson was a very tall and kind of gangly man. He had lots of nephews that worked for him. The soldiers are like, oh, here comes Uncle Sam and his beef. And it kind of stuck.
It was this iconic poster in 1917 that transformed the image of Uncle Sam into a unifying symbol of national identity and spirit.
It was actually done by the artist James Montgomery Flagg. It was not meant to be a war poster, but the U.S. government liked it so much that they commissioned him to do that.
In 1961, Congress passed a resolution recognizing Uncle Sam as the national symbol of the United States. And yet,
Do you think most people know who Uncle Sam was inspired by?
No.
we hit the street to find out.
Do you know who inspired Uncle Sam?
I don't. I feel like I should know that.
As in, like, the character?
Sam Wilson.
Sam Wilson.
He was born right in here in Troy.
Just a few miles down the road, Samuel Wilson is buried at the Oakwood Cemetery, where Bernie Vogel leads tours for visitors from around the world.
What's the reaction from people when they come here for the first time?
Jaw-dropping. They're so excited. His picture is known more than any president or any other famous person. He is American history. And in this 250th year, it's very important to learn not only about him, but all the other things that make the country so great.
Meg Oliver, CBS News, Troy, New York.
Coming up, 2 American institutions work together to fix tattered American flags for those in need. Plus, we celebrate the 250th anniversary of the U.S. by focusing on what happened 251 years ago. Two very American organizations are working together to repair what's probably the most American symbol, our flag. Here's Charlie LaPastara from CBS Sacramento.
Present arms.
With America's 250th birthday around the corner, Marine veteran and Vacaville Veteran Service Organization's Vice Chair Rory Nichols wanted to do something on Flag Day to help his community.
Seemed like a fitting day to be able to do this and to make sure that the flags are replaced ahead of the 4th of July.
Nichols organized a day where 26 volunteers came together to replace American tattered flags with brand new ones, including David and Sue Hornbrook's torn flag. They have children who've served in the military.
What does the flag mean to you both?
Oh, everything. Everything for us.
It probably pride is the number one thing.
And it's just a great feeling as a veteran, and particularly people like this that again, through their family, they have that public service, that patriotism that runs in their families.
The Stars and Stripes team of volunteers put up around 200 flags. 2 of them, Cub Scouts and twins Everett and Eli Ramsey, joined their grandfather to help.
Get permission first. We take them down and replace it with the ones that we got, and then we put those up. It made me feel generous and kind. There are lots of nice people that serve our country, like military Air Force people, that help our community today.
An act of service for those who serve our country.
I will go out of my way to make sure the country is well represented.
We have our faults, but it's still the best country in the world. Worthy cause in Flag Day, and especially commemorating the 250th anniversary of this great country.
It's just an honor. This is a representation of the service that we all have dedicated to this country.
America is 250 years old this year, and 251 years ago, the Battle of Bunker Hill was fought in Massachusetts. It was a pivotal moment in the Revolutionary War, and we're still learning more about it. A group in Boston now digging up new details to give the rest of us a history lesson. Here's Charlie Parsagen from CBS Boston.
251 years after the Battle of Bunker Hill, there's still a lot we can learn about the bloodiest day of the Revolution. That's if you're willing to dig for it.
We've got 2 different trenches open right now. Those are the places where we've seen in the radar.
Joe Bagley is Boston's city archaeologist. He's leading the team looking for evidence of the redoubt, a hastily built earthen fort constructed by colonial soldiers in the dead of night on the eve of the 1775 battle.
Many maps have been drawn, but they all disagree with each other. So we're really hoping to kind of lock in exactly where it was located, and if we can, figure out exactly what it looked like.
This is one of the first archaeological surveys ever done on this part of Breeds Hill.
I'm screening dirt, so all the dirt we scoop out of the holes, we put them in here.
Much of the crew digging up this historic battlefield are veterans, part of a group which helps them transition to careers in archaeology.
And I think as a veteran, you do draw kind of a family connection to the individuals who fought and in a lot of cases died on sites like this. So what we really try to do with the archaeology is make it less about kind of that huge picture and more about those individual stories that archaeology can really tell based off those artifacts that we're finding in the grounds.
And this is just day 2 of a 2-week-long dig, and they've already found some incredible artifacts.
But this is a really good cross-section of all the different stories here.
A 400-year-old Native American stone tool, a piece of a 19th century Victorian doll, a mysterious key, and the crown jewel.
Which is probably the most incredible thing so far. This is a gun spall or a gun flint that was used in a musket. This is from the Battle of Bunker Hill, so this would have actually been here during the battle.
Proof they may soon uncover the secrets of the fort that lies under the hill.
So this isn't just the history of the battle, it's also the history of Boston. And so we're really excited to actually see so many pieces of history kind of connecting all of those stories.
In Charlestown, Aaron Parsegian, WBZ News.
Coming up, the World Cup has come to the U.S., and we're talking to some of the youngest fans about what this all means to them. Plus, some National Guard reunions you won't want to miss. Soccer may be a global sport, but this year it's taking over North America. The U.S. is one of 3 host countries of the Men's World Cup, along with Mexico and Canada. Nicole Valdez caught up with some of the sport's youngest fans to talk about how special it is to be the host.
Soccer's biggest stars are locked in to start their World Cup runs.
There's no way this is real.
Some of its youngest fans eager to see their idols in person and on the global stage.
It was crazy to see them walk past me.
We met 10-year-old Kelson Johnson and his best friend, 9-year-old Nehemiah Norman, at this youth soccer clinic in Chicago.
It makes me feel pretty happy because I know that one day people could possibly see me playing and they would want to start playing soccer too.
It makes me feel awesome because it's rare that they actually play in the USA.
Inspiring these young players is part of what some hope this year's home World Cup can do, offering kids a chance to see the impact of soccer in America.
It gives them hope. They see now people playing at the highest level and they'll inspire to do that.
More kids are playing youth soccer than ever before, the number growing by about 3 million players in 5 years. It still lags behind other sports like basketball and baseball. But this year's U.S. men's national team hopes to keep propelling the sport's popularity.
It's definitely grown. I think this World Cup is a chance to, kind of accelerate that pace and put a lot more eyes on us.
This year's men's roster is proof of the lasting impact of the 1994 World Cup in the U.S. That was the last time America hosted the tournament. Most of today's top players say it helped inspire their love for the game.
If we have a good run, it's going to inspire the nation, inspire little kids to want to play the game.
Bring it in, boys. Keeping the momentum behind the sport alive long after the final whistle. Nicole Valdez, CBS News.
The Minnesota National Guard recently returned home to the U.S. from overseas. With more than 100 airmen coming home, that meant heart-tugging reunions. Jason Rantala from CBS Minnesota was there.
It's been us 4 girls for 3.5 months, and now Dad's gonna have a home of screaming girls once again.
Signs of excitement and support.
Welcome home, Daddy!
As loved ones and service members welcome home more than 100 airmen Thursday, the 133rd Airlift Wing of the Minnesota National Guard. They spent 3.5 months in Africa supporting counterterrorism operations and carrying out several high-priority missions for U.S. Africa Command. But the mission's not over until the planes land. And after counting down the days, the wait was finally over. Some reunions included some furry family members.
He's got 2 little kitty cats, and he hasn't seen them since February.
He's probably excited to see the cats.
He's excited to see the kitty cats.
Little Coda is 7 months old now, and he's grown quite a bit since Haiti Doll's husband left for his service.
it's been sad that he's been missing out on like all these little milestones for our first dog. So I'm mostly excited for him to see Coda and get to be a part of it again.
For some, the reunion was hard to put into words.
Something if you haven't gone through it before, you can't describe it. So, but yeah, everyone got 2 inches bigger and grew up a lot.
For others, it's still sinking in.
Doesn't feel real just yet, I guess.
On the way home, it's just a rush. I'm kind of still in the rush right now, but yeah.
But after months of sacrifice and separation, the simple things mean the most.
Just be a family again. That's all that matters.
With photojournalist Joe Van Ryn, Jason Rantala, WCCO News.
Coming up, a story about how to make the American dream your own, whether you want to work in cosmetics or the clergy, or in this case, both. David Bagno now has a story that shows how America really can be the land of opportunity, whether you want to be the founder of a cosmetics empire or a priest, or even both.
If you saw him in church today, you might think Father Scott Vincent Borba has always belonged here. But before the collar, there was a beauty empire.
I thought to myself, what am I doing? Was I created just to work and to party and to repeat and then die?
Raised in Visalia, California, Borba grew up in a deeply Catholic family. He says he first felt a calling to become a Roman Catholic priest at the age of 10.
I knew God was telling me at that moment that he wanted me to be his priest, but I immediately challenged it back and said, I am not that guy. I ran away from him for quite a long time.
The run landed him in Los Angeles, acting, hustling, and working 3 jobs. And then something caught his eye, an idea that made him millions. The company, e.l.f. Cosmetics.
You started a beauty empire.
Well,
Why do you react like that?
Because it's so humbling to understand that something that started out with such a simple concept could be so uniquely successful.
Borba says he got the idea after watching women load up on discounted cosmetics at the 99-cent store.
And your intention with e.l.f., simply put, was?
Sephora-based quality products for $1.
At the height of e.l.f., the company was worth how much?
When I was there?
Yeah.
Geez, it was multi-million dollars. It was a very lucrative business for us.
Did you feel accomplished?
I did, but I always wanted more. It was never satisfying enough.
You weren't fulfilled.
I couldn't make enough money. I couldn't be on enough red carpets. I couldn't be exposed enough on TV or in magazines. It was insatiable.
Then came heartbreak. Borba's father, Anthony Borba Sr., was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer.
And you went home to care for him?
Yes. When I found out, he was given about 6 to 8 days to live when they called us. I never saw my father scared before. He said, I need to close out my life before I go. Will you help me with that? I said, Dad, we're going to do this together, and I'm going to find you the best doctors ever. And it went from 6 days with the proper help to 8 months.
His father died in 2010, and Borba says his own life began to unravel.
And it also broke me apart emotionally. So that was one of the reasons why I was partying a lot, because I just wanted to escape.
So then, why did you leave that to enter the priesthood?
I just renovated my Hollywood Hills house. So I just finished it, had a party. I remember looking around, I was so unhappy. It was a crisis that I just entered into that minute. I looked up to heaven, I remember. I asked God to help me be the man he created me to be, but I couldn't do it without his help. It changed my life. I had a mystical experience. I kicked everyone out of the house. I packed my bag and I went down to a hotel. I fell to my knees right before I walked into the door. And I started crying, and I said, this is not the man God created me to be. This is not the man my mother and father raised. And that's when this beautiful golden portal opened up, and our Lord was walking in, and I just knew intuitively that it was him. He asked me again, will you be my priest? And that moment I said, absolutely. But I'm like, how can I do this? Look at me. How can I be a priest? I mean, I was talking like this, like, look at the person I am. This is just crazy. Like, and he was like, I will take care of it. I just needed your yes.
Borba says he gave away his wealth, funded churches and charities, and then entered the seminary in his mid-40s.
What do you want to do as a priest?
I want to be there for people that are suffering, because I understand suffering from a personal perspective, and to know that I will be able to help understand their challenges and crises and be there for them.
You feel like you're missing out on anything now?
No, I am so not missing out.
When his father died, the family fractured. Decisions made in those final days by Borba drove a wedge between him and his siblings. And it is one that lasted until the day he was ordained a priest, when they all came to see him.
I felt so proud.
I see joy,
Love,
a real
joy,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
where he's supposed to be.
If you are searching out for love and for peace in your life and in your families and in your businesses and around the world, come to him.
He built a company worth millions, and now he says this is worth so much more.
Go in peace and bring glory to God with your lives.
That's our show. I hope this news brightened your day and lifted you up.